The next 30 seconds, we'll be starting from the west, heading over towards the east. Everything's available. It's Sanhok. You know, it's kind of get into it. You got plenty of loot. You don't need to be wasting time. Nice and easy. But the big storyline will be Shroud, and it's not like we say his name enough in this game, but also Drassel isn't far off from being down below that 20th marker as well. And these two were in that top first and, well, third position.
To the words out of mouth, those two obviously fought it off for that final game, and it was a little bit unfortunate they did eliminate one another because there was the snake in the grass which knocked them down into third place. But still, nevertheless, Shroud won that game and he's now in the top 20, whereas Drassel is.
Yeah, the memeing on Miramar has backfired.
I think if he doesn't make it to Sunday, there will be a hell of a lot of memeing. And I think these people who like to give him grief...
Look, hold on. Drassel, Justin, Shroud, they were heading in the same direction.
Boy. Are they going docks?
They're down towards the south, looking like they're going towards docks. I don't know if Drassel might just veer off, because Shroud and Justin are further ahead. Keep your eyes on the southern part of the map, southeast. It looks like they've gone, all right,
Pistolla's pulled up, so I think they're going to go for the buildings in front of them.
You can gatekeep that area as well. It's hell to diverse.
There's nowhere really else to go, and if they want to do that, they will be able to do that. They might get the vehicles to move forward. Oh, that's not good.
Boot camp, always fun though. This is just instant bloodbath. I love a bit of boot camp. You can really enjoy it. Lumi in a really nice position in there as well, getting the lobster all for themselves. Maybe not a chicken dinner, maybe a bit of lobster. Not too bad. Do you like lobster?
I do.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right.
It's expensive as hell.
Aren't they meant to be like? They don't die of natural causes, lobsters apparently.
What?
Apparently, I mean, look, I've got a lot of time.
So what you're saying is that they last forever?
Yeah.
Where have you heard this from?
I don't know, the internet.
Yeah, obviously everything's
Reddit.
true on there.
Yeah, well, look, Shroud is the king of Reddit, and he's not in the top 20, so...
He's got a boat.
He does have a... Wow.
I'm on a boat.
And we can see the live standings here. If you're wondering why we are discussing the fact that Shroud is actually in a poignant position, and especially with Drassel, Drassel's currently around, I think it's 19th spot, and then Shroud was 22nd, and they were going towards the same location. They've had a bit of a battle before, but this could be a little fight towards boot camp. Karma, you know, give this guy close quarters, and you know he can shred, so don't doubt him no matter what.
The good thing about this map altogether is the amount of utility and weapons there are available. When you go down every square foot, you're going to have an AR. These footsteps will now be heard. Krabius hasn't moved yet, so they won't know exactly where he is. They can't kind of homing on which corner he's going to be chilling in. He's moved now, so he might have just... Yogi might have just picked up the steps there if he wasn't too careful. Oh, okay, so now his teammates on way. Initial bullets will come through, but death from above. About 10% HP. Krabius, you've got to get involved here. Help your friend out, dude.
Just pushing straight up. That was aggressive. Wait, he got confirmed killed as well.
He got punished.
That was the play coming out from the one player who sat in the cover the entire time, and there's the response from Yogi. He goes straight back in. He's like, all right, you're going to thirst my teammate? I'm going to go get yours. You don't have fun either.
Now it comes to the one-on-one. Who will win this battle out? Sees him out the window. Hits him in the head.
Big shot.
Good God. Okay, that was a snap and a half, but still, no rest for the wicked. You finish off one team, you've got to move on to another, and this is what happens when you drop down in boot camp. And lingering in the back lines, Lauren, we have the Japanese team Detonator. Are they going to...
Shaq is a great player as well.
He's
like,
awesome.
Both the players in this duo are really good. Now let's peek over. So Mithrain getting a knock and potentially a kill here if he gets that final bullet to come through. That's just off the side of boot camp. That's not far either. So these guys are on the outskirts, potentially did the hangar buildings. Also good loot. You probably don't get as many attachments as you normally would from the inside of these. But still, actually, Lumi and Ashek could be trying to investigate where that player went missing, which is the man on your screen right here. So he needs to be so aware.
Mithrain confirms the kill, as you did see in previous few seconds. Spots out one. That's a bang of a knock as well. These shots are fantastic so far.
They would have been geared up too. Level 2s, I'd say minimum, because they have the lobster section to themselves. This is a risky play, though. He tried to make a quick move. Lumi catches you on the run. You saw some good potential, individual firepower, but you take that risk, you make that mad dash, hoping that maybe after you'd knocked that one player, the teammate would have gone to support them. He made the wrong choice. It's a 50-50, and sometimes it does not work out in your favor.
Make good choices. I mean, the thing is, when you're in a 1 versus 2, you're always playing the odds numbers, right? It becomes very, very difficult. We'll see how this one does fare. As 2 different places now, we look above, and there's going to be 2 versus 2 engagements all across the boards. Teams just... Simsy. Simsy, come on, man. You've got the names. Oh, just taking a beating in the back. That's... I can't. Look, if anyone's
amazing.
watching this from the scrim server, please
Han er her.
take a photo of that immediately,
Yes, please.
cut it out, and use and abuse.
If we could just get the version with just like the green screen behind it.
What are you doing? Oh, God.
It's really the last game of the day, isn't it, when we're like this? It's just all gone downhill.
Look, we're ramping people up because tomorrow's
Yes,
the
that's
big
a big
boys
one.
and the big money, right?
And to be fair, it's still very early into this game. We're 5 minutes and 32 seconds in. We haven't seen that much action. We have a couple of those early kind of skirmishes back and forward, but no one's made it the big moves, so they don't have to. Speaking of that, getting punished there. I'm pretty sure that helmet's not going to be feeling so good. I hate the delay on it updating because I get in like my hopes. I'm like, haha, they didn't damage my helmet. Secretly, yes, they have.
Or is it like a second or something?
Yeah,
that
it's like a
you
second
do it, and
to
then it's just like,
update.
oh, yes, we're all good. But that's beautiful way to end his life. Lays down. Gets the accelerated aim and confirms the kill, and now it moves into a 2 versus 1. Both players tagged up about 60% HP. He's got to run from this.
Yeah,
Run.
you have to.
Run,
And you've
my
got
friend.
Mythrain not far off here as well. This is a little scary. This is what we were talking about with the third party on Sanok and how it
That's
happens
pretty
so
fun.
often. So many people get caught by it. As soon as you open fire, you always feel there's someone hunting you down, and that is the case. It's like the predators on the map just kind of working its way around. It is kind of scary to be around, and you do have to really pick your fights and make sure that when you do go for it, it's worth the risk-reward factor.
You literally are investing so much into it because you're going to have to go up against them. You potentially might lose a player. Your gear that you're going to be wearing in your utility of a better wood will be getting damaged as you do take these engagements. And we've spoken about next fight survivability before. Speaking of survivability, one of those bullets did tag him up. Another one confirms the kill. Down he goes. The QBU does the job. Mythrain GG. Lumi in the kill feed onto SpyG. Okay, so that's the...
That was the boot camp.
That's the boot camp lobster fight. SpyG gets knocked in the head with the Can 98. I'd love to get back on that fight if we can see how that one's going to go down. But also, Fairdew has just been dropped down. I think still this is Simsy and Ultra still looking for that one player, wondering where he's gone, just trying to stay aware. But I'm interested to see how that detonator fight's going to kick off, because if he's already been knocked once, that'll...
Oh, they just found 1,000 days there, so that's Mythrain's teammate. Knock and confirmed kill. So they're going to be hunting down, I'm pretty sure Mythrain being the remaining player there of that duo.
I didn't actually see Mythrain go down, so I think, yeah.
He's still there.
You are right, Lauren. He's still lingering, and he'll probably want to try and, I'd say try and get revenge here for his fallen comrade, but honestly, going up against these two, I won't even bother. I just eject myself from this fight, because when you've got the ex-Penta lads sniffing you out, this spells trouble.
I think they might have an idea where he is. I don't know if they've spotted him completely, but the nades are going in the right place, so this bodes well for it. Shaka just got found.
So that's 2 knocks now onto each player. So they've been revived. So that's a knock on each. If Atsy's been finished off, they're dead.
Yeah, they confirmed kill. Ashik's doing really well. They're basically the winners
He's a good
of boot
player.
camp. Very much so.
I think he used to be the very first iteration of Optic Gaming, I want to say, in PUBG a long, long time ago. You see him playing with Pornhoff an awful lot. He's a grinder. The boy plays a lot of PUBG.
Absolutely. And just a reminder, you guys at home, if you're watching this, you want to check out some of these individuals, you want to see their perspective, completely available. Go check out their Twitch streams. You can see it from their perspective purely, and maybe their teammates as well. And we do get to jump on board with the man who really needs a performance here. Needs to deliver on this stage right now. Obviously, going into this, the first couple of games, we were saying, it looks pretty good for him. He looks in a good spot here. And this hill, it's such a hard position to play from, because you're actually very open to so many very unorthodox spots, because the valley actually has high ground on you still. So you're going to have to see them working around that. Even the 4 times in the SKS, they've got to be very aware here.
What's going to be really unorthodox and really strange, Lauren, you can see on the map, if you imagine where they've come from, you said it's kind of an island that's segregated on its own, like a little spur that goes off the back of it. A team's actually worked their way down and is behind them.
Oh, you don't expect that?
You wouldn't expect that at all. That's really, really bizarre. That's a strange rotation coming out of those 2 players on Team 35. You can just see to the south of Shroud and Justin, and it might cause them problems further on in the game, unless they go forward or directly left.
Yeah, I would
then you're
say
laughing.
The benefit for them is there's not many teams north of them. There's that little bit of space to the south of Quarry that's pretty much available. It depends how they want to play. If they go central now and try and push further forward, going to be really tough. If they play passive now, this is another storyline. Drassel and Pistola Time, they were very much towards the bottom end of the current top 20 teams. That means, going through to tomorrow, so they need to win this fight. They cannot go down this early at all.
Small update, Mythrain's gone. He's dead. That's Caden from Team Envious who will finish that. Bangs him with a headshot.
Actually,
Insta-kill as well. Drassel's still... Oh, look at all them grenades. Hitmarkers, one of them has been answered back. It's going to trickle down. Trickles far enough. Well, please tell me that's going to hit him. That's a flashbang.
Drassel just got knocked.
Uh-oh.
They did not expect another team here. You could see them discussing further
marking,
fights
wasn't he?
forward afield. He was looking for fights further away, and he did not expect, predict, consider that someone could be in the same compound. And actually, look how proactive this team's being. Team 7 now are actually pressuring from the sidelines. Bestow the time. It's all on you right now. You need to handle this 1v2, or your complete tournament life could be under threat now.
Drassel goes down. They confirm the kill. And all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, Wacky Jackie in the backgrounds and Spreezy.
That's a knife in the back.
I didn't know where they were.
Nice.
So I saw them crawling up on the back of the hill, but I thought it was on the other side. I thought the outlines were showing it. I didn't realize they were so damn close.
Wow, that's... Okay,
That's
now Drassel and his teammate's life is completely in everyone else's hands. They were down in about, I think it was like 18th, 19th, around that. So, I mean, if they then kind of fumble and make mistakes, they are going to have such a tough time to recover.
I can't believe this has happened. Talk about getting third-partied at the wrong time.
Well, this is the thing. Oh, Sacriel prone down. The patient sniper, depending on BreaK here, if anything. He needs to just be the linchpin in this situation, allow BreaK to work his way forward, but you can kind of negate a presence from Sacriel if he doesn't actually engage. That's what you want to be seeing from BreaK. Aggression coming through on those sprays. Only level 1 up, though, Rich. This could still be an issue.
That's the kill that we actually saw coming through.
Further behind him at the right.
So he'll easily confirm it. Venerated still in the kill feed, picking up kills, QBU in hand. He's looking for... I mean, he could be a problem here as in cause a distraction. Really take... Oh, no, but the bullets in the back lines. Where's that coming from? Turns around.
What a shot!
My God!
On you.
What a swing!
Sick work from BreaK. The adjustment was so quick, so good. Even Sacker saying, yeah, that was pretty sick, dude. Nice. You know, just calm as ever, just... Yeah, no, not bad. But no, the adjustment from that, you get engaged on, to be able to kind of slow the fight down and then take it back, very impressive. But then we still need to remember, third parties are listening. Other teams that are very close by have heard this go down. Do they want to gatekeep? Do they want to pressure? This is the last round. This is, you know, the last chance to dance. You've got to make it count now, or it's done.
You've got to be upset at that one. I mean, he smashed him up pretty well and just turned around and completely decimated his face. Amazing work, and it's another team that's not necessarily massively up in the leaderboard that really needs a good finish here. All these players are falling down. It helps Shroud and just in the back lines. But, oh, BreaK's gone down now. That's an answer back from the American sniper himself, Cade, and Team Envious. He's also being tagged up a second time. Look at his health. Lefty got smoked. BreaK's dead here.
Yeah, you can see the traces coming in as well. The smoke does go up, but BreaK has a time limit, and Sacriel is asked a big question. Can he get the revive off? Is it worthwhile? He'll be considering all of this. And Envy, well, they're not pressuring it too hard. They're using the DMRs, the snipers, to keep that pressure from afar on, but you can see that blue encroaching from the back lines, Rich. This is very, very bad now for TSM BreaK, and Sacriel might have to just let his teammate die.
You also mentioned over the armor, it was level 1. So now and that was a headshot from a Kar 98. Yeah. He's going to have no helmet. He's all tanked up. The blue's already here. Sacriel's damaged as well.
Envy again.
He tagged him. K9, he's what, 5 HP?
Sacriel's on the run. That blue could be his downfall, let alone Envy. He needs to keep this one moving, maybe get off a heal if he can, but that blue will hurt. Let's see if he can get it done. A couple more seconds. He's going to be trying to stim his way through this. BreaK's back up and alive. And Envy, they don't need to move yet. They've got the circle just behind them. They can slowly back away, backpedal the way backwards.
They're on that hill, so we should wait. I don't know what...
Team Envious and Snipers. Name a better duo. Honestly, these kids are freaks with it. It's scary.
So, where are we going?
Around to yellow.
Nice approach.
We have to go through boot camp.
That's actually a really smart idea as well. If you want to go to a place like boot camp, most teams obviously will not pick up more than 1 level 2 helmet, 1 level 2 vest, so you have a likely chance to get the upgrade. Now, there is Pava still sitting around and waiting here. He could potentially hear this and maybe see it. Envy are actually cutting slightly in towards that boot camp side. So, under the assumption that they can get through boot camp, maybe pick up a little bit of additional loot, they could actually work out okay from it. But they're still in a bad spot, but this is the best of a bad situation.
See, he's already making him aware. He knows who it is, and he knows they've got K9s in hand. Sacriel was just traversing down the hill through. It was a moving shot. He just banged him in the chest and put him to about 10 HP, if that.
So I've only got 1 first aid, and I'm about to run out.
So yeah, this becomes the problem now. You can hear them. They're talking about what they've got in medication in the bags here. And as you've heard, once it locks, so
Oh,
once
hold
that
on.
circle does hit the
Shroud,
side.
has he got an orb?
Is it an arm? Because it's, yeah, it is, definitely. Look at the turret.
Oh, hello. The
It's
gods have been
about to
kind.
get fun.
Not known to be an AWPer, but you know, we're gonna see what he can do.
Shroud's got a gun. It's going to be amazing. Come on, put on a show, son. Do it
Okay.
for the memes. Do it for Reddit.
King of Reddit, your peasants wish to have a display.
Thank you, Vanny, for the sub.
Yep.
That's my
Vanya,
10%.
116
116R.
R.
I got you.
Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. We appreciate you, bro.
Where are
You gotta
they
do
for
like
the...
the standard lines. It didn't lyric like Binder.
I feel like we're about
So really quickly, Lauren, the problem that they have is to get into the circle. They have one to their right-hand side, which could be a problem if they start, because when this arm kicks off, it's going to bang and everyone knows then, all right, there's an arm in play, let's go find it. But there's a team literally smack bang directly in front of them in the cabins. And they're heading directly towards it. We have to stay on this POV.
Yeah, we have to see if they can do this. I mean, Shroud is so good, but there's players in their way. You could see them in that compound ahead. They're taking a lot of real estate. They need to be very, very careful now. Peek in the corner, looking inside. They're being meticulous. This is good from Shroud. This is smart, but he needs to keep this going. See if he can be cautious about this approach.
Thank you, Nansky, for the sub. Tier 1.
Damn. How do you find that? How do you look at that angle and be like, yeah, I'm gonna check that one. That was so good. Like, just sat in the corner waiting. Like, how?
That's one of those kids that's a nuisance in pub matches. It's like, ha ha, I killed you, not today, my friend. He's down and dead. My God, what a reaction to snap round the corner.
Nobody likes that guy. You know that guy's like sat there with a headset like turned up to full, like, I will catch you. You will not check this. And of course,
I'm killing Shroud
does.
today.
Well, we know that all these teams are
Go
coming
out
through
the
this
mall,
direction. Actually, this is very close. These guys are behind Shroud. This is a very similar location. We are seeing a bit of a third party potentially coming in. Again, they're being held back, and that's a fully confirmed kill onto Ultrazar.
Yeah, there was no mercy there. That was an instant knock and finish. See you later. The 4 times comes out in the back of the 16, compensates. That's it. Might actually be able to help him out a little bit. He's going to try and pick up the meds, but he's already been sprayed at the warning shots are coming through. In fact,
Wait,
no.
Shroud's gone down.
So
I
Justin,
just seen Shroud in the kill feed, and I think Justin did as well.
Yeah, he's dead. They're gone.
00231, whoever that is, just took them both down.
I think they've ruined the chances. Everyone else would... Okay, well, that just happened. And now they pick up the arm and all the rest of the gear.
I wish we could have seen that. But now we watch the snake. I'm pretty sure that's Shroud out.
Yeah, because Shroud went down, but then when we snapped to the observer, it said Justin dead. It had red next to his name.
Yeah.
That must be them gone.
Well, that's it. Job done. Sorry, Reddit. We tried our best. But we are seeing Simsy of Doom now. He's been left isolated. We saw Ultrazar being picked up by the same player that killed Shroud and Justin. So, and he's still here. I wonder if he got that full upgrade. I think we might have a replay available. BreaK's just been confirmed killed as well in the kill feed. And this is from Shroud's perspective here. So he knew that there was fire behind him, but again, just that third party almost behind him directly coming in. Did not see it coming. Oh. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. And it's like potentially as well. In the meantime, I'm pretty sure BreaK's team was struggling there. They went down as well. I'm pretty sure Sacriel died as well.
I didn't see the Sacriel part, so that'll be an interesting one.
I think he got knocked by the blue, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Hopefully we can get a check-in on what happened there. But whoever Team 27 is doing very well.
Who is this kid? Because he's just knocked Simsy. Well, in fact, that's another confirmed kill from him. Finally, kid, and a little bit of an answer back to Team Envious. They've been doing a tremendous amount of work, but not necessarily racking up the kills, but just being super, super annoying and getting people really low, gatekeeping them, causing problems. Wacky Jackie also falls victim. Now Venerated's gone, so that must be Team Envious down, dead, and removed from the server. Meanwhile, uphill battle.
Who is 00231? Can we get... How are they just trashing everyone right now? They're just running through this server. Well, let's see if they can keep it going. We have Ashek and Lumi who came out of boot camp. They did very well. They were the victors of that area. But you've got the Shroud Slayer ahead of you, so not an easy one to get past.
You'd assume as well that if he has picked up Shroud's gear, he's got the arm, he's got the more important level 3 gear, but the long distance grenade, look at how far that is!
That is so good. Maybe.
Come out.
He did, he got him. All that way across the map. That's a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
Hey.
I guess.
Yeah.
Gonna go pick up some items, maybe. Ashik and Lumi, at least, you know, they're still doing pretty well for themselves, but they're being gate kept now. No one's in that new circle popping in. You can see it in the bottom right there. Everyone's on the edge. You don't want to go in early, obviously, because you become the center of attention, but this is such a tough game to play. You've got to get that timing just right. 14 seconds on that circle to close.
Right above us.
2-2 geared up here. Lumi and Ashik still seem really nice. No damage on them either. AK 16, you've got the... I think that's a comp on that as well, 4 times.
Yep.
That's a really nice setup here.
It is, but unfortunately, it's excuse the pun, it's an uphill battle. There's 2 players directly above them, and they know this as well, and they have to move forward because the blue's going to push them. There's no real other way you can go. If you go left and swing it, you're going to hit team 35. If you go right, you're going to hit 32. Lucid could cause all kinds of problems here. Who sees who first?
I'll find out.
When circles are on the top of a hill like this, it does... It causes... It's basically king of the hill,
Lumi
right?
and Ashik. Lumi's been caught out. We saw the push up there. Revive is possible. Great control on the AK spray. I swear the AK is performing better these days. It feels nicer. But they aren't in the new safe zone, so hopefully they can get off the revive and then move in. But look at Spreezy, look at Wacky Jackie. They smell blood in the water. They fancy going on this one, and that's not a bad plan at all. If Lumi crests this hill, they will be dead. There's the fire coming in. You can see him being caught in the heels here from the perspective of the team that just did it.
We'll move over to it just
Right
so
in
you can
front
take a
of
look from their POV. Right in front of us, the call
Got
comes
one.
through. He gets the initial knock. Do they find the second player, though?
Next to us. On the rock, in front of you. On the rock.
He's going to have the info, steps out,
nice.
but he gets answered back with the AKM, and he gets confirmed and wiped.
Ashik,
How's he
what
alive?
on earth? Sick play from Ashik there. You can see even Wacky Jackie was like, nice.
Wait, has he done them both?
Yeah.
Good God. All
Got them
right.
both. It was a little sloppy on the peak of the rock, if I'm going to be a little harsh to him. Kind of late peeking it, gave him the angle to work from. But Ashik is hitting shots. The control on the AK is pretty good. And now as I don't know, maybe a celebration, he likes to just put himself into the bodies of the fallen enemies.
I mean, if you
Warpaint.
if you really wanted to kind of say what could they have done better there, as they were running up, they had the advantage that Ashik didn't look behind, and they could have moved up and just followed them for a little bit longer, got a bit
it was a
closer.
late peek from Wacky Jackie. I mean, if you're cresting a corner like that after you've heard the call of he's at the rock, if you're not pre-aiming it or kind of pushing it with that in mind, you're risking a chance.
Even before that, when they were running in the open, they could have followed them for a little bit longer just to get a bit more line of sight rather than allow them to get... Again, you've got that crest that you can just dip over. We're going too deep here. We're
Hold
trying
on,
to kind of...
hold on. There's no vest, there's no helmet on this guy. He's got gear, but... Wait, is that Winghaven still alive, or who was that then?
I
That was
killed
definitely
Homer
not.
and Kavalt.
Okay, so Kvalt's still up. I killed Homer. We have... So
This
it's,
is all 5 people.
Yeah, so 2 full 2s and then Ashik. But Ashik's been sick so far. I don't know. I think Ashik could be a real problem in this. Because the other 2s are surely going to fight. Like, once Lucid stands up, they should get vision.
So the issue is that because he's smoked now, everyone's looking at him. He's kind of made himself, his presence more aware. Not necessarily known, but if you look, everyone's looking his direction.
I want to see that circle properly, Rich. I don't know who's really closer or further away from it, but that's something we can look towards Lucid here. I think they've dropped the backpack. Quite smart if they've done this intentionally, which I imagine they have.
Yep.
We have some nades coming through, clearing these corners. We can see the circle a bit clearer now. These guys aren't far from it either, but everyone's damaged. No one's sitting perfect, and Ashik, I think his gear's pretty okay. Ashik's not far from this either. Don't write this guy out right now. If he has a bit of utility, Rich, I actually think he could do some damage here.
AKM up close and personal. As long as he gets the eye line on them, he'll be laughing. He's the closest to the circle. Here we go. Steps up now. The initial bullets come through directly across the circle. The initial one's there, and all of a sudden everyone else is getting involved in this. He's going to go down south. There's the lean, but he's looking for this second player. He knows he's behind the bush, but he gets killed from the top of the hill. What a valiant effort it was.
Such a good try. He just couldn't get eyes on the guys who were fighting him. We're on board with Lucid here, and it looks like a 2v1 situation now. And on the other side of things, where is that remaining player? Well, we didn't see the final kill, Richard, but it happened. And I assume this will be the replay.
They get the kill, they get the win. What an interesting final round number 5 to round out Saturday. I think the biggest story that's looming and lingering over this, Lauren, Shroud. It was a rough placement. I hate to kind of touch on it, but everyone looking this man to be here on Championship Sunday. I honestly don't think he's bagged enough points to make it up there. We might even see teams like BreaK and Sacriel, for instance, fall out of that top 20.
Potentially. I mean, I don't remember exactly where they